What is up, everybody? We are here. We are live. Joey's showing you the Mother Earth hats.
This one doesn't like the green screen.
Oh, yeah, it wants to play. Oh, you're in the mill again, Joey.
Yeah, they locked me in again.
That's cool. That's really cool. I do love the fact that you get to broadcast from the mill. And in fact, we had a friend order a YT Izzo like what, 5 days ago?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and you personally threw it in the truck the other day, and it is on
Awesome.
its way to Northern California as we speak.
It will be there tomorrow morning.
Dang, dang, that is cool. It pays to know people. Oh, man, what's up to everybody in the chat? We see you all out there. Happy Thursday, or as we like to say, happy Friday Eve. And we got a fun one for you all tonight. We have the owner of UpEnergy, and if you were in Arizona and you saw Joey and I out there, you may have seen us munching on these protein popcorns. They're helping us get through the trail, and I think it's just such a cool idea that we reached out to Jason and actually asked to have him on the show so we can learn more about that product, how it started, how it's going, all the good stuff. But before we jump into all that, Joey, how's your week?
It was an okay week. I was sick for the first time in a long time, but so I just kind of laid around the house. And now I'm looking to get my legs back so I can get out there and start riding again. But
Nice.
I had some time to watch some YouTube videos and a lot of Sedona videos, so that was cool. Still
Lot.
reliving that high.
Oh my gosh. For the folks who haven't seen our very own Joey Yates on the third day, the third and final day of the mountain bike festival, we decided to go out and head out to Chicken's Point or Chicken's Peak. And when we got out there, you could see the white line. That's the famous line that just is out and back. It's like a calcium deposit that creates this line out there. And from there, we decided we should go up and just hike up to it and take a look at it, walk it, for nostalgic sake for photo. I actually put my bike down on the line. I rode out probably a quarter of the way and stopped. And then to my right and to my surprise, Joey Yates dropping in over the corner and goes all the way to the end. And then things got real. It was
Yeah.
it was
I think you guys
awesome.
were nuts for walking out there.
we thought you were
I
nuts for
felt way
doing
better on my bike.
it. Oh man.
No, I
Yeah.
was so stoked to finally see that because that's something that I've seen on videos, and we've been out there a few times. We just never been to that side of town, and it's kind of around the backside of a mountain. So yeah, I was really excited to see it. And when I got there, I was like, oh, okay, this is in my wheelhouse. Let's do it. Let's go.
That's freaking
Yeah.
amazing, dude. That turn down, the turn at the end of the white line, you have to make this dramatic left-hand turn. And people like nose pivot or do all these crazy things. It's
Yes.
a tight, it's a tight left. And there's like you saw two lines when you were up there, yeah, Joey?
Yes, yeah. I kinda went the nose pivot's probably the cleanest way to do that. I went a little high right to kinda be able to arch around, and then you just point it straight to the cliff, and that's a cool feeling. That's something I'll never forget, just looking at that monster and
Yeah.
sliding down it.
Yeah. Oh man. There
Yeah.
was a there was a small point in that journey where the back tire started to break loose just a little bit for like a split second. And was there anything going through your mind at that, or were you just so focused? Did you even realize that your
No,
tire
I
was
was
getting
I
loose?
was I was focused, and my main thing was I wanted to come completely straight down. I didn't wanna go down it at an angle because I didn't want the bike to, like, slide out from underneath me or anything, so I wanted to make sure I was perfectly pointed straight, and I got that, and as soon as you enter, it starts sliding, and at that point, you're picking up a little speed, and about halfway down, I noticed the sliding either stopped or I got it under control just by modulating the brakes a little bit, and then just pretty much came to a complete stop at the bottom, and then had to ratchet a little bit to get the left to come around. But
God,
it felt under
God.
control. I never once did I feel out of control. So
Yeah. No, you definitely look like you're really in control.
yeah,
And
and I
it
had two
was
guys hanging on the edge of the cliff ready to body check me if anything was going to go wrong. So
yes.
that was definitely in the back of my mind. And then there is a rock there that I think you could aim for and just grab onto.
if
But
things went haywire.
we didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, no, no, but man, you used every bit of that left turn at the bottom
Yes,
to get
every
back.
bit.
It's crazy, and for those of you who've seen the white line, it literally is that cliff.
Right.
If something happens, there's nothing really you can do once you start to go. But
No, there's no room for error there, that's for sure. Like, I wouldn't go out there and do that if I was at all nervous or, was second guessing it. I was confident that I would be okay and went. So,
yeah,
like I said, I kinda zoned I didn't zone out, but I didn't see the cliff. Like, I knew it was there, but it never was part of the equation. That I kinda took that out of the equation by not letting my mind go there.
wow, that's incredible. It's cool the focus that you can have on a feature like that, and I also think that when we were doing Highline a couple days before, that feature called the higher line, just above the chute, above the tree, that's like an extra credit piece, and you're able to check that off, and that's like 3 of those type of rollers that the white
Yeah,
line
that's
has.
basically 3 of those, and the white line is perfectly smooth, or the white line's perfectly smooth coming down. There's no little, like, it doesn't change, and it's just a smooth ramp versus that higher line's got some divots and a couple little rollers, and you've gotta constantly be adjusting to that, so
Yeah, back tire was coming up off the ground a couple
yeah,
times. Oh
yeah,
my god, Joey. Oh my god.
yeah.
But
I
I
like
think once you got that and then for the folks who don't know this, the bike that's literally sitting behind Joey at the YT mill, Joey was on the YT Jeff C Core 5, and he literally put his feet on that bike that day, sorry, the
on
day that we
Highline,
rode.
yeah.
Yeah, the day that we rode Highline. He had never seen or touched that bike before, and, YT sent that out for Joey to play around on all weekend, and
That
man,
that's my bike. That thing is amazing. I love that bike. It climbs like the Izzo and descends like the Capra, so
dang,
it's all you need.
yeah, and you were mobbing those trails, bro, like you had that bike forever.
Yeah,
It's truth.
it felt like my bike, so that was
That
awesome.
that was cool. Congratulations, Joey, on that huge accomplishment, and
Thank you.
with that being said, we got some of these while we were at the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival right here. These are from Bolay, and Bolay owns Spy, and they gave us some VIP cards. And basically, what we haven't done tonight is we haven't done the whole shot. So let's get into the whole
Wow,
shot,
this is a good one
folks.
tonight.
Yeah, Joey's teeing it up. We have a good one tonight. For those of you who are new, the whole shot is the first person to make a comment at 6:30 on the dot. Our system puts it out there and it shows us who that is. And what you will get is you will DM me and I'll get you one of these VIP Bolay cards. And what you can get with those, it's a discount off. But
These
Bolay
yeah,
had sent off
these are
these
so clean. That
crazy.
glass, oh, it's amazing. I love those glasses right
These
there.
are nuts. Yeah, these are called the
Yeah,
Chrono Shields, and, this particular one will change color. It's photochromic. It changes color depending on how bright or dark it is, but it's almost like a shield. It's almost like a,
it's as close as you can get to a goggle without
goggle,
wearing a goggle.
right?
Yeah, you
Exactly.
don't see the frame, yeah, you just see that. Yeah, that's why the white line looks so doable, because I was wearing the bolets, right? Like, they turned that white line into a sidewalk, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just go out and ride on this sidewalk." Yeah.
Man, Joe, I wish I had your Boleys, but I had Boleys on too, and all I did was fill up my pants like a diaper when I was out there. They scared me, man. So scary. But yeah,
Yeah,
the whole shot will go out to this will go out to the whole shot award tonight.
nice.
And Joey, who is our whole shot winner tonight?
Well, this is a good one. We had dinner with this individual on Saturday night out there in Sedona, which was nice to see him and his wife, right?
Oh, was it Trail Monster?
Well, you gave it away, Mark.
Is that who won? Oh my god, right on. Congratulations, Neil, Trail Monster. I hope everyone is doing great tonight and get to have fun on the trails again soon. The monster.
That's how you get the whole shot right there too, with the super chat.
Yeah, and yeah, and the super
Get
chat
right
on
to
there.
it. Yeah.
Dang. Neil, I will go ahead and DM you this VIP card. So that is on its way.
Woo.
Congratulations, my bro. And one of the other things that I think was treating us well when we were out there was this thing called UpEnergy right there. UpEnergy popcorn, protein popcorn. And this particular one I saved until after tonight because I'm gonna eat this thing. This is the caramel latte, and this was this was my favorite one right there. But there was like a cookies and cream and like a mint, and they were amazing. I put them in the house, and we had this crazy house out there, and all the guys were tasting it and checking it out, and um, we also got these.
That's all we ate that day too
That was
on
it.
Highline, right? I think we had like a muffin in the morning, a little one, and then we rode Highline. We had that at the top, and then we had dinner that night.
That was it, yeah, and
Yeah.
I never bonked once, like,
Oh yeah.
normally on Highline, I'll bonk somewhere in there, and, no, not nothing. I had the protein in me, and I felt great. So, um, with that being said, let's get our special guest on the show. It's Jason Shaw, the owner of UpEnergy. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for
What's
having
hap
me.
Yeah.
what's happening, Jason?
What's happening?
Nice to see you, brother. Thank you for jumping on the show. We got people here that are tuning in to hear the story of UpEnergy. We have Mountain Bike Q&A out of Miami's in the house. We got Trail Monster out of Arizona in the house. Trail Pimp out of the Lake Tahoe area. We have MTB Kaz Ozeki in the house. He's like, I'm here. You can start. we got we got a lot of people here that are curious to hear about this and hear how this whole thing got started. So, first of all, freaking great idea, delicious product, and I see that you can get it on Amazon and everywhere else. How did this whole thing start?
Well, it's a pretty long story, but I have a popcorn company that I had started many years ago in 2013. So, I kind of like quit my day job around that time, and I just had this idea to start a popcorn company, and it was called Uncle Pops at that time, 2013, which was a small gourmet popcorn brand, and that's kind of like what gave me the basis for everything. Um, and then over time, I just continued to work on this protein popcorn idea. I mean, I've been working on that since probably 2017 or 2018, just coming up with different ways to come create a protein popcorn product. And I remember I was taking a jujitsu class, and my buddy, he was the instructor, and he told me, "Yeah, bring it by." And I said, "Okay, let me bring it by, see what you think." And it was terrible. They did not like it. It was god awful. So that put an end to it at that time. So I was like, "All right, publicly, this will just stay in closed doors." And then year after year, I made a little bit of progress. I continued to ride. I rode a lot when I was a kid, and then I started up again around 2021. One of my friends, he found out I could ride, so I was like, okay, yeah, let me start up. I got a Talon, just like everyone starts on a
Uh-huh.
hardtail, and yeah, so I started riding again, and then I was joining their group, which is the Sloth cycling group out of Diamond Bar area, and it's more like an XC, kind of riding. We do like a lot of long, 13 miles, 3,000 foot climbs, and
Jeez.
yeah, around 2022 or 23 last year, my progress on the product was good, and I was like thinking, well, I think there's an opening, in my opinion, for snacks in the mountain bike community, because I'd ride with them, they'd have trail mix and like candies and like just a bunch of random things, and I thought, well, why not introduce this product, which is kind of more like a balanced kind of energy. There's protein, fat, and sugar as well. So it's a good mix for long lasting energy. Um,
Right.
so yeah, I kind of saw like I never seen any like, I mean, there's a lot of shirt brands and some bike care products and stuff, but I never saw anything like directly related to mountain biking. Um, So I thought, this would be a good spot to put it. And I tried it out with it in the group, and they liked it. So I just went ahead and continued on. And we're a couple months in. We're about I would say about 6 months in. So if you have
Wow.
any questions, go ahead and jump in and interrupt.
Yeah.
It's fine. But
Yeah, yeah, no.
that's
We
how
got
it
a
sort of
couple.
started, and started with the Instagram page, and I started connecting with everybody like yourself, and here we are. We're about 6 months in, and we've go ahead and jump in.
Now the flavor, like from the time that you made it and then your buddies in jujitsu were like, "This is horrible." You're like, "Thanks, pals." How did you refine it to get it to where it tastes today? Because I would have never have guessed that this at one point tasted like terrible. This tastes freaking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I've done so many different versions, but I mean, I started on such a high level. Like, I looked at like Quest nutrition bars, and it's like it's got like all these different things in it, and I just went straight to that, and I was like, good God, it just did not taste good. It was like 1 gram of sugar, and it just didn't make sense. And for me, um, any products that have so low of sugar, or they just don't taste good. It just didn't taste good at that time. So it just there's too much erythritol, and I just over time I focused on like making it taste good, and then kind of refining the product from there.
Nice.
Basically, just one little step at a time. It was just a lot of work.
I
So
bet. I bet.
yeah.
Trail Pimp is asking you right here. He says Diamond Bar like El Dorado Hills out that way.
No, this is like Diamond Bar Walnuts, kind of by Chino Hills area.
Got it.
That
Got
Diamond,
it.
yeah, which
Nice.
is
Nice.
like San Gabriel Valley kind of that area.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
guess
What?
the closest trail was Bonelli Park.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. So lots of good writing in your area. A lot of good people to test the product on. When it came to like the macros, I'm looking at this, and this little bag has 13 grams of protein per bag. It's gluten free, and you did put some sugars in there, which is cool because I know when we're out there burning all this energy, the sugar is not even going to have a chance to really sit anywhere. It's just going to go right to utilization because we're out there just huffing it. But when you were building the macros for this, do you have like a background in what you wanted to put in there for athletes, or how did you get the macros to where they are and why?
yeah. Well, I mean, for in terms of protein, so you know everybody likes protein. That's kind of a known thing as far as like muscle growth and rebuilding your muscle. And um, so I know protein had to be a good chunk of it, because that's kind of the standard for a lot of products. If it was just sugar, it would just be like regular popcorn. Like, it might not be really anything special aside from the name. But so protein, that was the main thing. It has to be high protein. Okay. The second part was sugar and fat. So it's like some people just want like, loads of sugar, and some people, want more of a balance. So like if you're
Mm,
more like doing endurance, I would think that a general mix is better. So we just went for that because that's what made the most sense to me at that time. So I know it's not for everybody. It's not a perfect product for everybody, but it is going to appeal to a lot of people. So,
yeah.
and this is what made sense to us. So kind of like a balance of all three: fat, sugar, and protein. So
Nice, nice.
yeah,
That's way better than Joey and I before. It was like, well, I guess we could throw some gummy bears, and if you lick them and you stick them on the frame of your bike, you can eat them a little bit later. Just get like a quick burst of sugar.
yeah,
But this was like long lasting as far as satiating. When we were out on
yeah.
the trails.
I
Did you?
mean,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I do. I mean, it is nice to have a blast of sugar, but I mean, nowadays, I mean, everyone's in a different age group, and like, I don't particularly want a high amount of sugar personally. I want like medium level, because there's like higher risk of diabetes, and like adult onset diabetes and stuff like that. So that's the one reason like some people would want like 50 grams of sugar, but that's like a little, too much in my opinion. So
Yeah. Yeah, that is quite a bit. MTB Kaz actually is asking, they're all about the Diamond Bar. He says, "Who mentioned my city of Diamond Bar? I missed it." So looks like you got a local here,
oh,
and
nice.
he did say, and this must be a shop you're familiar with. Kaz says, "I bought some up at Vic's Bike Shop in Pomona."
Yes, yeah, that's our closest bike shop to my house. So
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
my buddy Vic. So
Oh,
I
that
get
is
my bike. That's my bike shop for repairs and basic things like that. So
nice. Shout
Yeah.
out to
it
Vic's
has,
Bike Shop in
yep,
Pomona, California.
yep.
Very, very cool. Um, when you were oh, here we go. Here's a question for you. Trail Pimp is asking, nice Ibis Ripley in the background. The Ibis skateboard, he's calling it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. The Ripley. That's my bike. It's not no e-bike, but I try to keep it fit and just ride analog. But it's a nice bike. It's a 2023. So I
Yeah.
definitely recommend the IBIS bikes if you like, you know, yeah.
What is the on that Ibis bike? Is it mountain bike Q&A saying you had Lauren at cookies and cream? Yeah,
Here, cookies
right
and cream.
there. There it is. That man. So of the three flavors, which one, I mean, they're all your babies, so it's really difficult. And this is not a fair question to ask, like, which one's your favorite? But do you find yourself reaching for one sometimes more often than others? Because you probably
For sure.
consume a lot of them.
I mean, I'm a cookies and I'm a major sweet lover. So cookies and cream is by far that one is um, a little bit sweeter. It's definitely the most satisfying. The
Uh-huh.
latte, it kind of like reminds me of Starbucks or something you'd have in the morning. So
That's
uh,
my favorite.
yeah, I like this one too. And then the mint chocolate it's kind of a classic, chocolate flavor that a lot of people love. So we went with mint chocolate over regular milk chocolate, but we could add flavors down the road if it makes sense.
Yeah. I think in the house that we were at in Sedona, we had all these people there that were like kind of coming in and out, and I put a bunch of those on the counter for people to try. And I want to say the mint chip went first. It
Wow.
was it was gone first, and probably because I had like put all the caramel lattes in my pack so
Those
that
were I didn't even see the caramel lattes. I didn't even know that was a flavor.
Muhaha.
Really?
Trail Pimp is asking, does this have THC in it by chance?
No,
Yeah.
no, definitely not. We don't. There's no caffeine, no THC, no substances like that. It's just straight food, that gives you calories and provides energy to you, and also protein for muscle recovery. So no
Yeah.
THC.
That
Yeah.
was my first question when we got it that day in Vail is does it have caffeine? Is it because the up
Yeah, the
I was
energy.
nervous because I don't mess with Red Bulls and all that stuff. It just doesn't do well with me. So that
We're
was nice.
completely clean.
Yeah, I was like it was nice to find out that it was a clean product. So
Yeah, no caffeine or anything. I mean, it is called UpEnergy, and
yeah,
it's usually associated with like Red Bull
the
Energy.
word
But
energy just makes me think of that stuff. So I
exactly.
always ask questions when that word's in there. Yeah,
Yeah, but I said to myself, what? Well, why not? Why does energy have to be associated with caffeine? It could be
right.
associated with protein popcorn or
Yeah,
something else.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, Derek was super nice. He actually introduced it to us. Derek from the Mountain Misfits had some, and he actually got a little group of us together. He's like, "You guys got to try this," and we tried a couple of flavors, and that's kind of often went from there. I was like, "I got to reach out to this guy. This stuff is
yeah,
delicious."
yeah, I appreciate that on Derek's part. Yeah, he's one of the first people that I had kind of sponsored. So that's what we do a lot too. Is we kind of sponsor and try to help support other riders too with the product and give them shirts and the CO2 cartridges. I know you had them.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's
Derek
cool.
was one of our first people we sponsored, and one of the first people I rode with back last fall. So
Dang,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. 6 months old. I mean, the company goes back a little bit as far as like product development, but 6 months you've been out there and already giving back to the community, which is phenomenal. How is the company doing like health-wise? Does it seem to be getting good adoption out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting good feedback. There's a decent amount of sales, but in my experience, it takes like roughly a year before you start getting some real traction. You have to
Mhm.
market continuously for a while, and then 3, 4 years in, then you might start seeing some better profitability and more traction. But it's probably as good as I expected it so far. Maybe a little bit better, honestly.
Oh, good,
As
good.
far as our engagement on social media, and people are they like the fact that we sponsor them. Like we have a lot of kids from Laguna area. They're about 13 to 15 years old. San Diego, some kids in Colorado. We sponsor them, um, and it makes them feel good about riding. So that's a
Totally.
good thing. It supports the community, and gives them a reason to continue to ride more, and feel
Yeah,
feel good about it at the same time.
right. It's
So
such a positive thing, like to get that pack. When I got this pack in the mail for us to try, it was cool to see all the stuff like the shirt, the CO2s, all the different flavors were in there. It definitely was a very special feeling. And to know that it's a product that you could put in your body and you feel good about it. You feel like I'm getting good protein in here. I recently started training with a personal trainer and she has me super high on the protein, like 190 grams right now
wow,
is what she has me at. Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard to get that number to hit those macros is tough. But to be able to have something like this when I'm just out and about where I would normally throw in a granola bar or something, or maybe even nothing, it's nice to be able to consume something like this real quick at the top of a trail.
yeah,
And it forces me to relax and enjoy like the scenery before we're like, let's go.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
If a kiddo is listening to the podcast or by chance saw this on YouTube or any particular writer and they've tried your product, say they went to Amazon or they've gone to your website, I think Joey has that queued up there, and they like it, what's the best way for them to reach out for sponsorship? And is it like a team for the year and then you reopen it around October when the new budget comes into play? How does that look as far
No,
as
we're
sponsor?
just continuously sponsoring. I mean, for us, it's good that they're motivated. They ride. It's hopefully their number one sport over other sports, so they don't abandon it. And they have goals within for riding goals. You
Yeah.
know, they're going to do a couple races or whatever it is. They have some kind of goals, and if they have a social media, that helps too. So then we can always cross promote, and so that's the basic criteria. But we're going to sponsor some kids in the UK, Poland, coming up, Australia. So
Damn.
just all over the world is the goal, because to me, I think the product could be an international brand easily. So
Yeah. Is it hard? Like, so we all know, everybody on this podcast right now, we all know riding bikes, how good that feels, how challenging it is. But we may not necessarily know how challenging it is to have a business or a product, especially if you're targeting overseas. Do things change quite a bit when you're trying to sell something like in Australia or New Zealand or anywhere like that?
yeah, well, honestly, if they're asking for it in those countries, then we could probably sell it. That's no problem. Um, it's really not too different from our experience. But as far as like positioning as a global brand, I think that's a good idea, because it looks better from a marketing point of view, in my opinion, to have riders from all over the world that are
Right.
interested in the products,
Yeah.
whether or not it's selling in their country. But it's a good. It looks good, I think,
Yeah.
and that's
Definitely.
what we want. We want to share it with the whole world, share the product with everybody.
Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I see that that's a great way to do it with the writers and get the stoke and then get the product in there. I don't think that you're gonna have a problem with people not liking the taste anymore. I think those days of that jujitsu day, I think those days are now long gone. Have have you had people, like, say that, the product is too sweet or too protein or too anything?
Yeah, some people like products a little less sweet, some like them more sweet, but it's apples and oranges, like
Right.
everyone's going to have a slight different preference in what they eat. So, you
Yeah.
know, that's up to them as far as taste. All we can do is our best. So, down the line, I have some other savory products. They're not ready yet. They're still like not tasting so good, like in the R&D stage. But yeah, it's like zero sugar. Flavors like jalapeno cheddar, possibly a nacho cheese flavor,
Oh,
stuff
wow.
like that. But
Yeah.
these are way more satisfying, especially on the trails. Um, when you are really low on energy and you eat a bag, like or you share it with your group, it's definitely satisfying. It
Yes.
fills you up a little bit, and then you feel pretty good, and you could probably ride longer. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it came into play really nice at Highline. And then I know, Joey, you're a little sometimes more sensitive to, like, things that are caffeine related or things like that. I mean, how did it fare for you when you ate it? Did you feel good? Did you not think about it, or
Yeah,
did you
I
feel
ate
fine?
it, didn't think about it, and like you said, I until we were talking now, I didn't even realize that we weren't even. I mean, that was. I'm trying to think. That was like noon, maybe 1 o'clock when we ate that, and we
Mhm.
didn't. We went until dinner, which was like 9 o'clock that night, and
Yeah.
I wasn't hungry at all, and we didn't bonk at all on the trail, so it did exactly what it was supposed to do. I'm
Yeah.
not. What is a serving size? Is it a whole bag? Is it a half bag? Is it just a little here and there? Like, what do you recommend there?
yeah, I mean, I could eat the whole bag easily, but I
Okay.
usually split it with like at least one or two guys, and then
Okay.
sometimes we'll open two bags. So yeah, you could definitely eat the
You can
whole
eat a whole
bag,
bag. Okay.
for sure, and that'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
give you at least another hour or two of energy.
Nice.
Good to ride with Jason, folks. We get to ride with
Yeah.
Jason. He's popping bags open.
Exactly. Yeah, if you ride with me, I always have it. So
That is
you know,
awesome. Mountain Bike Q&A out of Miami, Florida. What's up, Johnny? He also has a podcast and had a great show last night with the Shed. He says jalapeno and cheddar. Yes. Oh, you're getting a yes on that flavor right there.
oh yeah,
And
yeah. If you
then,
like spicy, for sure. We're working on it. It just takes time. You know, I want to make
yeah,
sure everything. We're just a couple months in, so I want to make sure everything's moving forward before I create
That
more
sounds that
products.
sounds good for after the ride, but I don't I don't know if I could handle spicy on the ride.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a you know,
Yeah.
good idea, good thought. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Mountain
So
Bike Q&A is asking how many ounces is in a bag?
it is 1.9 ounces. So
Yeah,
basically 2 ounces. So 1.9, stated on there. So I
yeah.
don't know if you can see that, but it's in
Right
yellow.
there.
Yeah.
1.9. What's cool about this idea too is, like, we're talking popcorn. So as far as, like, for me, I ride an e-bike a lot. So I don't have, like, I'm not too conscious about the weight of anything. I'm just like powering through things and having a good time. But a bag of popcorn, it's so light. Like, when I put it in the bag, sometimes I had it in my hip pack for Highline out in Arizona. And there was a few times where I was riding, I'm like, oh no, did I pack it?
Yeah.
Because you don't even realize that. I mean, yeah, this weighs heavier than than like 2 or 3 bags
It's true.
of popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice to have. I mean, if you're like a weight person, if you're doing a lot like XC, I know a lot of guys are trying to shave grams here and there. I mean, as far as like the snack part goes, if that's something that you're really into, shaving that way, like a bag of popcorn is so light, and this is packed with protein. So yeah, you could leave the steak at home. um, Mount Bike Q&A is saying was on the website and like the quantities per order. Like that
Yes.
you can order a lot. Yes, true, true. That is nice. That is nice. Like 3, 3, and 3. You can do like a 12 pack. which is good. And Joey's popping it up here. There they go. Oh, 4, 4, and 4. Sorry. 3, 3, and 3 is only 9. You know, I did really good. Stay in school, kids. 4, 4, and 4. Yeah. This is Joey, is this on the website or is this on
Yeah,
Instagram?
this is on their website.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely a lot of options on the website. If you're looking for a smaller pack, I would go to Amazon Prime for there's a 3-pack and a 6-pack on there. So
Got
you're
it.
welcome to purchase there. It's a really good price right now.
Okay. Very, very cool. You're getting another one. Tropim is saying, yeah, me too. Jalapeno cheddar. You got 2 there.
So
One
votes.
out of Lake Tahoe, one out of Miami. Huh.
Wow.
Interesting. Jalapeno cheddar. That does sound kind of nice. I wonder too, does this have we had a nutritionist on the show not too long ago, and they were letting us know about the importance of salt. And I see here, oh yeah, 130 milligrams of sodium. There you go. As far as like getting the salts in, staying hydrated on rides. So yeah, you have everything in there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Digging it. Now you had a popcorn company before you went into the protein popcorn, but you started writing again in 2021. And when you did, what was the spark for this idea? Were you out riding XC trails and you were like packing different snacks like Quest bars and just going, man, there's got to be a better way to do this? Or how did that even cross your mind?
Yeah, well, I thought for sure that this would be a good product for bike riders of any type or really any sports. But when we were on the trails, I noticed just basic products like people were eating gummy bears and stuff, and I was like, really? Isn't there like something a little more sophisticated?
How old is this guy?
I always bring out the Sour Patch
Candy
Kids.
Yeah, and I thought it would be a good gap, for mountain bikers. So we gave it a shot. So,
Dang,
yeah,
that's so smart. I love when people identify gaps like that in the market space, and you're able to fill it with a solution like this. Now, as far as like even just getting this onto Amazon, how does one get a product on Amazon? I mean, already to me, I don't know how, but I think it's freaking cool that you can.
yeah. Well, that's been a long process. So what I was saying earlier was the company is called Uncle Pops. So you could see UP Uncle Pops. So that was part of the original name too.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, Uncle Pops had the original listings from like 2014 or something on. We had the account already, so I don't know. I know it's a lot harder to just get stuff on Amazon Prime, but we were able to, and we jumped through some more hoops, and we got the UpEnergy brand approved on Amazon Prime, and we've just been selling there, as an option because a lot of people. I mean, I constantly buy stuff from Amazon Prime, so I don't know about
Oh
you
yeah.
guys, but
Oh, all the time. All the time.
so
Yeah. I
yeah,
do the
Mark,
same.
I was just on their website, and you can buy the 12-pack, you can buy a 50-pack, a 24-pack, but then I saw the pallet, so I went ahead and just placed an order for the caramel popcorn. I got a pallet of it, sent it to your house, Mark.
Yes. That's,
$3,000.
3,250 bags, so we should be good for a while.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
yeah. You can purchase that. We put that on there because every once in a while, like some retailer comes on there and they they don't know who we are and they kind of like search around. They go, oh, pallet, that's what we need.
Yeah.
So we're a distributor or somebody like that. So
something like a Costco. Get this into a Costco.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is also good news. That means we have room on the segment credit card. Thank you, Joey, for letting us know we have money to spend, baby.
I was expecting it to get rejected, but it went through, Mark. So thanks.
So how would we get? Okay, now that we're talking business here, we're all businessmen now. How would we get this into Costco? Is there like a buyer for Costco that you would have to show it to and have them try it? Like, how does that work?
Costco is a tough one. Like, I mean, we don't really, we haven't produced much of anything for Costco really ever, but I know it's a difficult one because they have really hard terms, is what I hear. Very, you know, like if it doesn't sell, you take it all back and blah blah blah. There's just you know probably like net 90 terms. Like you bring the product, you get paid 90 days later. So
Dang.
you got to, and then they have a huge amount of stores. So
Right.
we're
Mark,
not
let's
there
see. Mark,
yet.
you know the
Scale.
Walmart guys, so why don't you get it there first?
Yeah. Yeah, just in Bentonville, just to start it in Bentonville only, and
Right.
then go from there. Because yeah, man, how many mountain bikers would go through Bentonville?
Yeah.
Tons, tons. Yeah.
Yeah, my feeling about about getting it into retail is it's better to start slow and kind of incrementally grow up to it.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you might end up with some loss. Like you'll roll it out into Walmart or 200 stores, and then you have to do some kind of marketing program or something. So it's got to be pretty well established before you kind of, in my opinion, play with those kind of stores.
That's
So
true. That's a good point. I know of just reading cases of business cases, a lot of small businesses will go out of business when they try to scale because it's just so expensive and to keeping up with the demand. Mountain Bike Q&A says, "Oh, why popcorn? What got you to popcorn?" Oh yeah, originally, how did Uncle
yeah,
Pop
I'm just
start?
a big popcorn lover, but really it starts when I was a kid. So I used to play video games like Nintendo back in the day, and my
Mike
dad
Tyson's Punch Out.
exactly my Tyson's
Yes.
Punch Out. My dad had a popcorn machine right next to the Nintendo and the TV, and on Wednesdays afternoons he'd take a half day and he'd pop popcorn. He's like chilling out. He'd be like, "Here you go, son." So I'd have popcorn. It just became this like nostalgic kind of snack for me. And at some point, it was like 2007. I had just like a regular day job, and I was like, man, I want to do a popcorn company. And I did some sketches, but I never did anything. And then, when I got the chance to in 2013, I just quit the job and just started up with the popcorn with Uncle Pop's popcorn. So
Dude.
because I love popcorn, that's the main reason.
Wow, that's cool. Was that scary? Like in 2013, were you like, I should have done this a long time ago. I'm quitting. Or did you plan from '07 to 13 by like setting aside some money, getting things in order, and then jumping ship? Or did you just have it one day and you're like, I'm out of here?
Yeah, well, I set aside money like I had the job and it was starting to get a little political and this and that, and your boss, and I wasn't. I'm more of like the kind of guy that like gets stuff done. I wasn't so into the politics, so I had like a year to kind of like prepare myself to get out of the job, and I saved up a little bit of money and I just quit and I just said, you know what, I'll give it a shot, and because if I don't try, then I'll definitely regret it. I'll just get one job to the next to the next. So I had to try, and then since then I've been doing that. So this is the 11th year of doing stuff in popcorn, including
Whoa.
UpEnergy brand. So
Wow. That's such a critical point in time, that 2013 in your story, where a lot of people may not make that jump. That is big and scary. For you, Mountain Bike Q&A, he's saying that's a cool story, and I really think it is too. It's one of those like turning points in your life where you're like, I got to do it now. When you did that, and never is there a perfect time to, because you can always find a reason to not do it. I don't have enough money. I have kids. I need this income. Well, for you, what was like the thing that you were just like, you know what, I'm doing it because of this? Like, what was that?
yeah, well, I thought I should do it because one reason is that if you have like a corporate job or something, you put so much time in, you have all the stress, you have all the same kind of problems that you might have running your business. So, in my opinion, especially if you're trying to, climb the ladder and whatever. So, I just remember kind of climbing up a little bit, and then uh, I did the good work, that your boss wanted. They give you the carrot on the stick. You do the good work.
Yes.
And then once you get there, they're just like, well, we don't have anything for you. So just go back over there to your old job. And
Yeah.
I was like, really? I was like, that's a major disappointment. So I
Yeah.
thought, if I can do so much for a company, what can I actually do, you know, with my own company and see what difference I could make for myself and for, the community.
God,
So
man, that's cool.
yeah, I thought this is something I should do. It is nice to have your paycheck and your salary, but you know, part of me always wanted to be an entrepreneur as well. So it was just something I had to do,
Nice.
regardless of, because you kind of get fed up when you have a job sometimes, and it is what it is. It's just the nature of the game. So you kind
Yeah.
of I had to try. If I tried and failed, I would have been happy, also, versus not trying at all.
Right. That's a good point. I love that. If you tried and failed, you'd still be happy that you tried versus wondering how it would have went and
Exactly.
kicking yourself.
Yeah, and that's why I also continued with the protein popcorn, and I continued to work on it over the years, and then this was the time, when it just felt right. So I launched
Wow.
the protein popcorn, and you just keep going. That's why one of our our slogans is "Keep Going," because that's something that I personally believe, and it applies to anything, even with mountain biking, especially mountain biking. So
Yeah. Yeah, just keep going. It's like a mindset. You gotta tell yourself to get over the next hurdle or get through that storm or to push through to the next level. Yeah,
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
keep going.
Johnny U is asking, do you make it yourself?
Yeah, we do make it ourselves. So we have a facility in Pomona that's dedicated to making popcorn, in it, including the protein popcorn. So
Nice.
yeah, we do have our own facility, and we're definitely, we do produce one run, and it makes us about 2,500 bags. So
Wow.
Wow.
yeah,
That's pretty freaking cool, man,
yeah,
that you
it's some
did.
pretty high capacity. So we're ready to roll, with more production when the market is ready for us.
That's good. So you won't have, yeah, so you're already set to scale. You won't run into those growing pains as far as scaling up goes.
Yeah, it's all there. We have this is why we're able to sponsor a lot of different riders, and do pretty good marketing campaigns and stuff like that. So
That's cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah, one of the cool marketing campaigns, obviously, we're talking about Costco earlier, and I love how they keep their prices so low on like the pizza and the hot dogs and stuff like that outside, and the CEO is never going to change that. And it's funny to see that creep into our conversation. Trail Pimp is saying Costco has a good hot dog, and then Lauren out of Miami, she's saying Costco founder told the CEO he'd kill himself if he raised the price on the effing hot dog. Been $1.50 since day one. Rando fact of the day. Yeah, it's 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 cool to see like the things that bring people to you, like marketing campaigns, things like that. This Costco thing, for you, the protein, the popcorn, how it was a passion. It'll always be that thing that brings people to you, and yours is going to be like the taste. And who doesn't like popcorn? As somebody was saying in here, it reminds you of being a kid. It's always when I think of popcorn, for example, it's always good times. It's never like I broke my arm and they gave me popcorn. It's like it's like I went to a movie, I was in an amusement park, I had popcorn. I was hanging out with good friends and we had popcorn. On the contrary to that, it's like lollipops. I don't like lollipops because as a kid I'd get a shot and then they give me a lollipop and I'm like, okay, I freaking hate lollipops.
The
So
only reason I go inside the bank.
right for lollipops. Oh man, but yeah,
ATM doesn't have them yet, but that'd be cool.
but no, it's associated with it's popcorn's just associated with like good memories for me on this one. Um, Trail Pip is saying, I work from home, but have like 10 supervisors. It is stressful. I want to be independent. Yeah, part of the motivation for Jason here to do his thing.
Yeah, you try it if you feel like you're ready, but you really have to fight though. It's just, once you become independent and start your own company, you'll have other stresses, more problem solving. I find, like, I remember that first year, I was like, this happened, and then this problem, and this. So you're constantly, you know, trying to problem solve. And after a while, after a couple of years of it, it was just like, okay, we do this, we do this. You kind of know what to do already. Like, you get used to it and problem solving. And but yeah, I mean, if you feel like you're ready to try it, you should come up with some kind of plan of action and then kind of execute on it and see how it goes.
Isn't that what we do in the mountain bike world already? How cool is that?
Right.
Our thought process is already very similar. There's challenges. You have to lay out a plan. You're looking at the trail. You're trying to get the right line. You're trying to figure out the right thing to do. I'm sure as an entrepreneur, it's similar. It's like whack-a-mole. Things come up and you just got to make sure you bop it, get it done, and move on to the next thing. Mountain Bike Q&A is saying, I just want to type something to me to make Joey smile.
These guys.
But Jason, I mean, for you in it, the thick of it, how does running a small business that can scale to a large business correlate to your mindset on mountain biking? Is it similar? Kind of what we were just saying a little bit ago. Does it feel a little similar in the thought process?
I think so. I mean, yeah, you have to, come up with some kind of plan. Like, let's say it's a Sunday and, you want to, hit some kind of technical trail and you want to do some jumps and, you have a group of friends and, you talk to a certain amount of, maybe 3 or 4 guys or something that are right for the kind of like itinerary you planned. And you kind of have to execute through it. And then at the same time, it's like, well, someone's got to be back by 11. And then there's this. So, there's all the kind of little requirements that, you have in a business that are similar with riding as well. So, and then obviously if you're going on a long ride, you should have CO2. There should be at least one guy with a wrench set, proper gear. You should probably have some snacks too.
Yeah.
So it's similar. Yeah, I would say so. Like, you have to have a plan of action and, kind of go through it. And then, the people that come should be the right people for the kind of itinerary you planned as well.
Oh, that's a good point. That making sure that you have the right team around you when you're going into business or heading down that trail. You don't want to take the road biker guy who doesn't jump to the jump trail and be like, how do I do this?
Or take the gravel bike guy down a technical trail.
Right.
Which has happened, honestly.
Yeah.
That has happened. And we're like going, oh man, this guy's going to get murdered.
Right. Tiny little tires and big old rocks.
Yep.
Mark, if you keep a bag of that popcorn in each pocket, it's extra padding too.
It's true. If things go down.
And
then it would open it for you so you can lay there and be like, I got saved and I'm gonna have a snack.
Right.
That
Always
wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Johnny saying, I love this. I'm putting in my order now. And the fact that you can buy in bulk, that is great. So
exactly.
Yeah, Johnny, if you order it,
I appreciate it.
He says he appreciates it. And then if you buy the flavor, definitely I recommend the caramel latte. That one was awesome. I liked them all, but the caramel latte was good. Jason over there, he likes the cookies and cream, and I think you said Lauren likes cookies and cream, so I'm sure cookies and cream is going to be in the shopping cart for you too. And Joey, what about you? What was your favorite flavor?
I only had the cookies and cream, and that one was perfect. So.
Oh yeah. I forgot I hit all the caramel lattes. Sorry
I could
about
smell caramel all the time, but I never saw it.
I was like, huh, what's going on over there? Hey,
like, I had Starbucks.
It's so good, man. Trail Pip is saying, "What trails do you like to ride in Walnut and Diamond Bar?" Ooh, getting into some trail talk. Yeah, what do you like to ride out there?
Yeah, walnuts. It's not the best one. I mean, actually, the guys rode tonight. When I was gonna ride with them as well, but not tonight because we're on the show. But um, you can basically go up Lemon up to the different parks, and there's like a bunch of horse trails, and you can ride all of them. There's you ride up to Lemon, and then there's two water towers that you can kind of ride around. Then there's like a switchback trail, which is kind of cool, but it's nothing. There's nothing too technical, no jumps, nothing. It's really a really good exercise though. Good mileage. So we'll get in about 13 miles, and I want to say it's like 2,100 feet on that one,
Damn, you guys
about an hour and a
climb.
half.
You
So
guys climb over there. Dang. My,
yeah, we could just
I,
go everywhere, up, down, back. You go up and down twice, and then you go head all the way towards by Grand. Uh, so I don't know if you guys know that area. Diamond Bar, it doesn't have. It's okay. I mean, there's a lot of much better trails, in my opinion. Not to knock Walnut or Diamond Bar, but there's a lot of better ones, more technical ones like Laguna, or even Norco. Um,
yeah, Oaks. You guys are
yeah,
kind of close to Oaks, right?
yeah.
Somewhat.
Well, we're close to Marshall Canyon. I would say Marshall Canyon is
Oh, okay.
definitely one of our top ones, and then we've got Turnbull, which is over by Whittier. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Turnbull's pretty good. I mean, there's it just depends what you like. I mean, every rider's different. Some like, more challenging, a little more thrill, and some are more into continuous higher heart rate. Their heart's pumping. You get adrenaline that way too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's up to you guys what you like. But I think walnuts, Diamond Bar, it's definitely more of a long distance kind of trail. It's good if it's rainy too, because
Okay.
there's a lot of gravel. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So is it more XC then type of riding out that way?
for sure,
Less, yeah. Okay.
for sure.
In your style of riding, what do you like to ride? What's your kind of go-to?
I mean, I do like the XC because it keeps me fit.
Yeah.
But I definitely like downhill, like more like technical trails. A lot of rock gardens, boulders, rollers like that. I personally like that the most.
That's
Um,
cool. I've been
most slippery
seeing a
stuff.
lot.
Go
Yeah, I've
ahead.
been seeing a lot of stuff coming out of Norco. Those trails almost look like Rocky Peak, and I even confuse them in videos. Like, is that Rocky Peak? And then they'll say Norco on there. So that must be some chunk up there. In fact, Trump was saying Norco MTB Raging just did that one with UO SoCal. Yeah, there you go. Looks sick.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually saw him out there. I went out there with Derek not too long ago, and we did a short video. We met some of the guys out there. We rode Norco. It was kind of like a foggy morning, and that's when I saw MTV Raging out there with Air Blair and a bunch of other guys. So
Yeah. And now the cool guys, love those guys. And is that trail system a lot like Rocky Peak? I've never been out there, but it looks like pretty tech, pretty chunky, or is that just kind of what I saw on that particular clip?
yeah, I'm honestly I'm not so sure about Rocky Peak. I haven't been there yet. So
Got it, got it. It looks fun over there. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
it's kind of unknown. That's what I noticed because when we went there, when we saw MTV Raging that day,
mhm.
there was like nobody out there. It was just like their group. There was like six in their group, and there was like eight in our group, and that was it. And we didn't see
Oh,
anybody else out there. That's it.
interesting. You guys have
But you
the
should try
whole
it. Definitely try
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we'll get out there and check that out for sure. That sounds cool. Trail Pimp is asking you, what do you think about Snow Summit as far as park riding goes?
I haven't been, but I will be going this year though.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be cool to see what you think about that place. That place is pretty fun. Snow Summit, Snow Valley, Sky
yeah,
Park, all those. Anytime you go up there, it's just like God. which one am I going to do today? It's so
Yeah,
fun.
I know there's like green, blue, and black trails. I don't know if there's like expert, like expert, like double black. So I probably won't be riding those, but um, I could probably ride some blue and maybe some black. But
Yeah. Yeah.
what's your opinion on Snow Summit?
I like them. Snow Summit, Snow Valley, Sky Park. I would say I like them for different reasons. When I go to Snow Summit, it's just kind of it's fast and you have a lot of big jumps there. And there's really like what 3 or 4 of the main trails you could just hit over and over again. What you say, Joey?
Yes.
Um, Same with Sky Park is for a different thing. It's more of like if I want to hang out with the buddies and session the session jump, ride some trails, have fun, relax, go get a beer down in the village, or if the family is with me, if I got the kiddos, that place is cool. Snow Valley is fun. It's different terrain, and it just never seems to have a line. That's the one thing I like about Snow Valley. It feels like Mammoth, slippery. It's fun and you get to the bottom and you can literally ride up to the lift and get on. Whereas at Snow Summit, if you catch it on the wrong day, you could be, you know, you could be on your phone more than on the trail some of the times. It can get busy. Get busy. But yeah, the adrenaline is definitely there to be had. All three for sure. So good. So good. In fact, right here, Trail Pip is saying Party Wave to West Ridge is his favorite. And he says Snow Valley is even better. Oh, I wonder why he likes Snow Valley better. I wonder if it's for the lines.
It's more like mountain riding because it's not so groomed. It's more.
Ooh,
That would be my guess. It's more like just raw trail riding.
yeah.
Snow Summit's fun. I mean, Summit's fun. It's everything's built perfectly. It's just trail speed. You just if you're at speed, you're gonna clear everything. You're gonna make everything. But if something goes wrong, you're at speed.
So you got to make sure the guy in front of you
Yeah,
knows that trail or knows
yeah,
this route.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
because I'm gonna match his speed.
right, right.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
When
And
things
the
go
jumps are
wrong,
pretty big. They've
they go wrong quick, and yeah. So
yeah.
I'm like Trail Pimp here. I'd rather stay over at Snow Valley and play in the natural stuff, but get that chairlift up, which is nice.
Yeah. There is something cool about that, like Snow Valley, Sky Park too. Like if you have an e-bike, Sky Park is nice because they don't have a lift and you could take the e-bike there and you could just get laps on laps on
Sky
laps.
Perfect.
Sky Park is fun. It's
Yeah.
so fun. Snow Valley, yeah, you get to the bottom and there's no line. So I think the last time I went there with my son, we got in like it was something stupid, like 22, 26 miles at a bike park. It was just like down, up, down, up, down, up all day long. It was fun. We had such a blast. Such a blast.
Wow.
Trail Pimp is saying spot on there, Joey, as far as the description of Summit.
I did something right, Mark.
You always do something right. They do, Jason, they do have this one tech trail, Miracle Mile, and we got into this section like Lower Miracle where it gets pretty techy and stuff. And something did go wrong. We were heading into this corner at pretty fast speed, and I think we needed to either slow up or something before we took that right turn. Somehow Joey swung pretty far right into like an offline, tons of chunk, and the bike just went head over, like front tire over back tire. And I see somehow Joey just ran out of it. I'm looking at Joey. Joey's in the proper line running, and his bike is next to him, just doing like cartwheels.
I was able to step over the bars, I believe. I was just like one step and then just started running on the trail. And yeah, it looked way worse than it was.
Yeah, that was insane. I still think Joey's in the Matrix to this day. I'm like, how did he make that happen? Now, Jason, have you had any kind of like close calls like that, or
Oh yeah.
any? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, last September, I mean, I wasn't on this bike, but not that it would have made a difference, but I just was trying to take a jump. I was taking a lot more risks last fall. And, we had to climb up to this part. This was in Fullerton Loop. We climb up this hill, and then the guys were already up there and I was already tired and I was like, I'm not ready to go down yet. And they just went and I was like, shoot, well, I don't know where to go. So I need to go.
Oh
So
man.
I followed down and I didn't even know we were going up to a jump. So we hit the jump and I was just like completely exhausted. And I
Oh
was like,
no.
oh God. I was like, uh-oh, here goes. So I basically go up the jump and I'm like, yeah, I can't even pull up. I have no energy. And I just freaking roll and tumbled out over it. Yeah,
Oh
it's horrible.
damn. Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. It was a pretty bad one. And I'm still not, I'm probably like 85% recovered now.
Ooh.
And this is like 6 months later. So
Whoa.
yeah.
What got injured? Was it ribs and wrist and things like that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that flexible anymore, but I really just tumbled, rolled over, and I like, just ended up like tearing the muscle in my glute. So
Ooh,
I couldn't really
dude.
walk for like a
Mm.
while. It was pretty bad. So
Jeez.
since then, I've been a lot more conservative. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like let yourself prepare before you. Now, are you clipped or clipless?
I'm clipless.
Okay. I
Yeah.
figured we had this crazy discussion with Rich and Rob Drew. I wouldn't say it's crazy discussion. It was interesting discussion
Yeah.
about clips, like flats or clipless. And they Rob Drew made some excellent points about being clipless, about clipping in, using it as a tool to ride your bike and to gain power. And I could see how it would be very helpful for sure. XC, like you're getting that upstroke pull. And then he was even saying for jumping, just being able to like lift the bike and control the bike like that. So I know in my head, I get nervous. Like I want to be able to get out and get away and step away from the bike if I need to. But I guess if you know your clipless pedals well enough, you still can do that. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't ridden with clips, but yeah, I'm from what I hear is they just snap right off. I mean, some people show them to me. So
Yeah.
I think if you know how to use them, yeah, like you said, you could probably just snap off of them and get off your bike. But really, in that situation, what I should have done was either I didn't even know there was a bypass, taken the bypass, or slow down, and I could have just done like a sharp stop.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at that time, so
Damn.
I didn't even know it was coming up to this jump. So I didn't even know there was a bypass until later.
Dang.
So
I'm trying to think where that was on the Fullerton loop. Is that towards the end when they had a couple of jumps, or was that when they had jumps before they got torn down a little while ago?
I know it's towards the end. It's like
Okay.
15 or 20 minutes from the end. That I know.
Yeah. Right when you pass the golf course,
I think
and
so.
you cross the street there and you kind of there's a little pocket to just start to rest for a second. You could drop right in and there's like a hip and then there's
Yeah.
another. Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, we're at the end, right, guys? And they're like, yeah. Because I was like, I need to go back now because like otherwise I won't be able to walk in the next 10 minutes
God, seriously, right?
or ride for that matter.
Damn. Damn.
So
That is no fun. What was that your biggest crash so far
yeah,
to
that's the
date?
biggest and the only one. So since then, I've been, you know, been a lot more careful. Like, I should probably see what I'm riding. If I don't feel right, slow down, brake, look for a bypass. Try
Yeah. Yeah.
not to go tired down anything.
Right. Especially, yeah, you don't want to hit your head or anything like that. And people order Johnny orders like, caramel latte and he gets a bunch of mint and chip. Like, sorry, Johnny. Yeah, that is definitely scary. That's part of the business that we're in, as far as mountain biking. It's kind of like
Yeah.
not if, it's when we're going to pay that dirt tax. And hopefully our skills are there in place so that the amount of dirt tax we pay isn't as heavy. And sometimes it can be, which is unfortunate and scary. But you know what? I don't know about you guys. It's funny, like when I'm downhilling or I'm just having fun down the trail, all that goes out of my head. I don't even think about injury. Are you guys in that same boat?
Yeah, I don't think about that.
Yeah, don't
I
think
mean,
about that, please.
yeah, I definitely don't. I mean, you're thinking about just like successfully riding down the trail. It's like high speed, high adrenaline's up. You know, you're not thinking about crashing until you're crashing.
Yeah. That's true. How did I get here?
But then there are some people that are, I know they're thinking that they're going to crash while they're riding. That really messes you up too.
Yeah.
Then they
Oh,
start going really slow, and then that doesn't
yes.
work either.
Totally, that mindset, like, "This is the one, fellas, I know it. This is the one. I haven't paid dirt tax in a while. They're gonna get me." And, you start riding 10s, you start riding, like, back, instead of, like, over that front tire or just, like, the weight, everything is off. You're not loose.
Or if you see someone in your group, someone crashes in front of you, then everyone starts inspecting, like, well, what was this? What was this right here? And you're like, why'd you crash on this? This is just a regular boulder here.
Right, right, or or that pause, like, the moment you crash and the dust is, like, just still kicked up, there is that weird awkward pause where you're like, "I think I'm okay," and everyone else is watching you, and then somebody has to break the ice and be like, "You okay? That are you okay?" You know it's coming, and then you hear it, and you're like, "Ah, that's for me. I need to answer that question."
I think that's why I had such a good time in Sedona is because I paid dirt tax Wednesday before the trip.
Dude, yes. You
And
did.
normally when you crash and your life flashes in front of your eyes, the only thing I saw was Sedona go away. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so Joey just did all this, like, crazy double black stuff and then did the white line, which is insane, but prior to all that, he crashes what was it, bunny hopping over a mud strip?
Yeah, it was like there was just mud on the fire road, and I didn't want to get my bike dirty, so I just bunny hopped it and somehow managed to hit all front brake and got ejected. like like I hit a wire. Like there was no like, oh, here comes the ground. It was just I was riding my bike and then boom, I was on the ground.
Dude.
And then the little twirly birds in the head and yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my friends went to Snow Summit last year, and I said, "Did you crash?" And he was like, "Well, no, but yes." And I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Well, he didn't crash in the park. He crashed in the parking lot somehow."
Right.
I was like, "What? How'd you do that?" It was like off of a curb or something really ridiculous.
Hopefully, it was at the end of the day, not the beginning. Like, it's like, "Oh, this is gonna
Yeah.
be a long day." Oh, man. Trail Pimp is saying, "I think I'm going to crash when I am flying uphill in full boost."
All
Oh,
right.
spoken like a he just got this e-bike not too long ago. Yeah, sometimes the climbs feel like downhills on those things. It's crazy. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Joey.
Sorry.
Trail Pimp is saying, "The parking lot is
But
steep." At Summit, in his defense. Mountain Bike Q&A says, "Always the easy stuff that gets us." Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah,
Seriously, why? Why is
because
that?
you're not focused.
Yeah,
yeah, not focused, probably going too slow or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
yeah, yeah. I'd say my last crash, good one, I was at Greer and I was, doing a lap on Jumping Mouse, and there was a guy on an e-bike that was behind me, and I didn't know who he was, but we were having fun. We were, like, pushing it, and I can hear him right behind me, and I was just like, "This is awesome." And then all the fun, crazy, gnarly stuff was over. When you're towards the end of Jumping Mouse, you're in this, like, little river ravine thing. You're kinda just, like, zigzagging in and out through there. Really nothing that's gonna get you. All the rocks and all the jumps are behind you at this point, and there's, like, one more turn to the exit, and somehow, at full speed and full trust on that front tire, I pushed down to get my left turn in, and I went straight down into my ribs. I have no clue how that happened. I went from having this big smile on my face, feeling relieved, like, dude, I can't wait to see what my Strava looks like. We blazed through there, and then bam, couldn't breathe. Like the guy's like, awkward pause. Are you okay? Like, yeah, yeah.
Did you slide past the Strava line? So did it count or no?
Dude, I wanted to take my phone out and throw it, like, past the
Throw it.
Strava line just to make it. It's like, "Please complete." But it was like one of those hits where you're kinda curl up in a ball and you can't breathe for for a couple seconds. You just get the wind knocked out of you. But yeah, same thing. Like have no. Oh, and then I was with MTB Raging. We did a trail called Insidious at Greer. Super rocky, super
Oh, yeah.
technical. Then at the very end, I can see the exit line to the main climb trail, and I'm totally relaxed. Somehow, pedal struck a rock that sent me over the trail face first into a different rock. It's like, well, what was that all about? Yeah. Always when you're just never expecting it. That's when it gets us. That's for sure. Oh man. Well, yeah. Hopefully we've all paid our dirt tax well enough, and we can not have to pay those. Yeah, anytime soon. We got taxes to pay and all that other stuff coming up. Jason, for Up Energy, is there anything new coming out, or are you have any like new focuses in the MTV community that you're thinking about?
Well, I know. Well, you said something new coming out. We're going to start with a virtual fundraising program. So
Ooh,
for anybody that's has kids or trying to fundraise for whatever your cause is, then we're willing to basically you get 50% of the total sales of whatever
wow.
So we're going to open that up, and yeah, 50% of every dollar spent to support your cause. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Joey's got it up right
So
there. Up Energy Protein Popcorn Virtual Fundraising, the new easy way to support your team. Virtual fundraising helps your team raise funds from anywhere. Sell small batch premium protein popcorn and keep 50% of all sales. No fundraising minimums or fees. Wow.
yeah, so we're gonna open that up. I mean, it's just about ready to launch, and we are gonna start. I had been asked by a local baseball team, and so we're gonna give it a shot and
That's
try our first one. But
wow.
I think it's a good
Congratulations.
idea.
That's a great idea. How if someone's listening to this on iTunes or Spotify, what's the best way for them to participate in this?
You would have to, go to the website and then, click on the link and then kind of, submit an inquiry by email, and then we could
Okay.
get it started. So basically, you would just need to decide when you want to have your fundraising period.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So they could do it for a team, for school, for whatever the case is. Um, that's awesome.
So that's what's coming up. And then in terms of mountain biking, what do we have new? Well, we do have our summer shirts. We have the orange and black Up Energy shirt coming up.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sick. Like it. That's cool. And it's the same kind of dry fit material as your original.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, same
Yeah.
dry fit material. So
Love that. Love that. Johnny's saying, Up Energy Popcorn, I'm sold. Great looking stuff, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Have you had any orders go out to Florida lately? Johnny's covering the Miami area. He says, I need to fundraise for my boat gas.
yeah,
Trail Pimp is asking, do a giveaway. Do a giveaway, please.
yeah, we could
Do
do
you want to?
giveaways. Yeah.
We can we have this thing called a spin the wheel. And
Oh,
Joey's like, oh great.
yeah. You guys didn't give me any notice.
There is a spin the wheel where anybody who's made a chat on our show tonight will be on the wheel, and then we can spin it, and then we can it'll pick a random person. So we can do that if you are interested in, or we could do it any other way you like.
Yeah, the wheel's fine with me if you're
Cool.
okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do a spin the wheel. You want to do a spin the wheel, Joey? Joey's like getting the
I
wheel.
don't
Like,
even know if that's possible right now. Give me a minute. I'll see
there,
whose name's already on there. I might be able to just delete a bunch real quick or
yeah.
add to it.
Yeah. Mountain Bike Tuna saying, love the logo, like the shirts you guys are wearing now. Yeah, these shirts are comfy. These are like a dry fit material.
Yes,
And
that's correct. Yeah.
perfect
Yeah,
for
they're good, especially California weather. I mean, For us, these shirts are perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I double layer these.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. They are so good for breathing and for sweating. And um now these are on the website too, Jason?
Correct.
These
Yes. Yeah.
shirts are on the website. And then let the people know, what is the website for them to type in?
It's upproteinpop.com.
Okay.
So should I type that in there or?
Yeah, here. I'll get you in the comments. Upproteinpop.com. I just put that in the live chat for you guys.
Yep,
You guys
that's
want
correct.
to
Yep.
check that out there. And then on Amazon, if you're on Amazon, you want to buy it on Amazon Prime, you just type in there up protein or protein popcorn, and then you'll see them pop up there as well,
Or
which
UpEnergy, the brand that will definitely show up in the Amazon search results.
for
So
sure take you to them there. Yeah, which is cool. Are you planning on doing any festivals? I know some companies, they like to do festivals where they put up a tent, like Sky Park will have those, and then people could try samples and you can sell at those things. Do you have any plans
we
to
have
attend
the
those?
ride for autism coming up in
Oh yeah.
April.
April 14th, right?
So that we'll be there for sure. And then I know we've been talking to Air Blair about the Laguna Bike Fest as
Yep.
well. So we'll probably be there as well. And then we'll see. I know there's a couple races coming up. I forgot there's another one that we were thinking about being at as well.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, they have
So
the over the humps, those types of things, or the quick and dirties, or the big bear races, or anything like that.
yeah, no, there's another one. I forgot the name, but I'll have to get back to you on that one. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we're definitely interested in doing more, mountain bike related events. We just got our tent this week, so you know, I want to do one the ride for autism first, see how it goes. Kind of, every time you do something new, it raises new questions. Oh, we need this sign. We need that thing. Oh, we need
true.
a cash register. We need whatever it is. So before
Yeah,
I sign up for too many, I want to make sure that some of the kinks are worked out, you know, in advance.
that's
Otherwise,
smart.
who knows?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't know what we need yet because we haven't done it. So
that's a good call. That Ride for Autism one should be great. I love what Manny and Derek are doing with that, and partnering up with Sky Park. That's going to be fun. I heard that YT possibly. Now I don't know if this is official yet or not, but I heard that they may have a jump jam and have some of the athletes there
oh, cool.
doing the session jump. So that'll be very cool to see and help bring people. And then, yeah, Manny just raises good awareness on the autism. He did a ride last year where we were all at the Orange County Park. I forget the name of the park. Is it OC Regional Park? I think. And we hit Santiago Oaks, and man, there were so many people there. It was insane, insane. So yeah, that would have been a good spot because afterwards everybody hung out on the grass and just like chilled, and people were barbecuing, and people brought snacks, and people were just chilling. And then there was this big raffle ticket giveaway. That was so fun. Manny does a good job. Drop him saying Manny's a legend right there. That's so good. That's so true. As far as like for you for trails or bikes this year, are you eyeing anything for a new bike or a trip to some new trails? Is there anything that you're looking forward to doing in 24?
Yeah, I mean, I still need to cover, try more of the local trails, honestly. Um, some of the ones that you had mentioned. I know I've done a lot of them, but probably, my favorites definitely Laguna Beach, and then I like Norco a lot. Um, but yeah, I want to go to the bike parks for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely want to try some of. I know some of the trails are really nicely groomed. But I'm thinking about filming too, and I personally really like filming. I have a drone and a bunch of different cameras. It's always been one of my hobbies.
Oh,
So
no way. Oh,
yeah,
sick.
yeah. I mean, I look forward to filming with more really good riders. it's really
Yeah.
impressive just to be there in their presence, and when they're hitting big gaps and stuff like that, it's really impressive. Or I put my my first person camera on them, and I look at the footage later, and it's like very impressive, like kind
Yes.
of riding that you see out there. If
Yeah.
there's runners taking some banked turns, or the slalom track, or hitting some big gaps, or even seeing someone do a backflip or something, it's uh
Yes.
it's pretty impressive. So I
Isn't it?
always like capturing the moment, and it feels really good for the people riding, and then when we're able to watch the footage, and it's pretty cool, and then you post it online, and everyone gets to kind of see it. So
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm really looking forward to, more filming with better and better riders this year. So
That's really cool, man. That's so fun. Yeah, filming, that whole filming thing is such a blast. Are you more of an Insta 360 guy? Or are you a GoPro guy or a DJI guy? What's your POV
yeah,
cam?
right now I like DJI a lot. I mean, I
Yes.
have a DJI, the drone, the Mini Pro 4, which yeah, I've crashed it twice already. So, but it's a nice camera. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
a nice drone with a nice camera on it. So um, yeah, mostly DJI, and then I have a Canon. I use a Canon, like a SLR DSLR
Dang. The
camera.
big
So
boy. That's the big one. That's like you're posting up for those shots on that one, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
So,
cool. I did see a DJI. I was in Palm Springs, and there was a guy that was filming the mountains out there, and his DJI was, dude, that thing is fast, and I think said he got it at Costco, and the tracking was really. I was very impressed with the tracking on it, and then the ceiling, and then the whole software system. I don't know much about the drones, but I guess everything is already in there as far as like where you can fly it, how high you can fly, if you're in a restricted airspace, like it's
yep.
already there, right?
Yeah, there's like controls for how fast it turns, like this, how fast it stops, maximum speed, maximum altitude. Um, and all the drones are required. They're like all registered with a uh, FAA already. So if you're in a no-fly zone, it will like tell you on the controller, like, oh, you can't fly here, or authorized zone only, or restricted fly zone. So
Yeah.
they're pretty
Wow.
advanced. Um, the follow mode, I mean, the follow mode's pretty good. I don't want to knock it or anything, but
Mhm.
honestly, both of the times that I crashed the drone, it was in the follow mode, following me.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
What
So
failed on it? Like it couldn't keep up with the speeds or
it can't see small branches.
Mm.
Can't see
oh.
power lines. And the last time it crashed, it hit a big branch, and I was like, "You couldn't see this big branch? You're kidding me!" So,
It was so focused on your back tire. It was like bonk.
so really, to me, the best drone footage is like you have to really have a pilot operating in, you know, old school way. I don't think the follow technology is quite there yet. It's good, but there cannot be any obstructions. Nothing, in the vicinity. Otherwise, you're at a risk already.
Oh,
So
yeah. It's gonna hit a tree or a bush or something. I always think that Velocity would be a great spot because there's very minimal trees out there, and, like, Matco, for example, is a great trail, has exposure on one side. I'm sure the Luge would be a good spot, pretty open, having it fly over the canyon. We were at dog park one day. I don't know if you remember this, Joe. We were at dog park one day riding San Clemente trails, and UO SoCal had his drone out there, and we were doing, was it sloppy seconds? We got down to a certain point, and the drone just stopped and it landed because the military base is right there.
Yeah, I feel like that was on Car Crash, but it made it
Was that
like
car
halfway
crash?
down and then it stopped. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
visible wall that would not go any farther.
right? It just
Yeah.
stopped, and then we were looking at it, and then it was like, "Oh, I'm sitting down." I'm like, "Wow." That's pretty cool they could do that. I almost bought I was texting Joey just the other day. I almost bought one called the Hover. The Hover Air. It's a small pocket drone. You fold it out. The fans are inside of its own cage, and it does with the follow cam, and it has a pretty decent camera on it and things like that. But it was the speed was only 12 miles an hour as far as it can fly. So it couldn't really follow us on anything. It's more built for like maybe an opening shot, a closing shot, or if we're sessioning a jump there, it could just kind of hover around and take those in. But I'm really curious about the follow cam. That's what I want. I want the follow cam.
I know it sounds like such a great idea, but I mean, I'm telling you, it's crashed twice in the follow mode. I'm
Dang.
filming myself, and I'm like pretty disappointed. But the first time I had to pay the repairs. The second time, I got it repaired, and then I bought the insurance, of course.
Okay. Oh, so it like legitly
Yeah,
broke when it
yeah,
crashed.
yeah.
Holy crap.
So, this time they replaced it in full. I have like one more life. I got 2 lives with the insurance. So I
Okay.
got one more life and I have to buy a whole new drone again. So
I didn't realize that's how that worked. Okay. So
yeah,
you would recommend if you do get it, get the insurance.
definitely.
Yeah.
You will
Dang.
crash it somehow. I don't know how, but you probably will somehow. Especially like for me, like I take risks, so I will fly it the best it needs to fly to get the shot. I'll
Yeah.
take the risk because what's the point otherwise? So
Right.
I'll
That's
take the risk, and for me, someone like me will crash it
yeah.
multiple
I've heard
times. That's just part of the game.
yeah, that's true. I've heard horror stories of people launching their $400 drone and it just goes and it's gone. And you're like, "What?" Uh, Trail Monster is saying the Skydio had the market on the follow cam software, but they don't sell them to the public anymore. Yeah, this is interesting. I learned this talking to Neil in Sedona, Trail Monster here. The Skydios were actually you can't get them anymore because the military or government groups bought it. So it's no longer accessible to the public because their follow cam stuff was so good. Now they're out hunting bad guys with it. That sounded evil of me to
Yeah,
say that like
that's interesting.
that. Joey, how are you looking
Yeah,
on
we're
the
good. We're good on the wheel.
we're good on the wheel? Okay.
Good.
Jason, what is well, first of all, thank you, Trail Pimp, for the idea. And Jason, thank you for being up to doing the giveaway.
I just put Trail Pimp on the wheel. That was it, though. It was all
Trail
right.
Pimp's the only one on the wheel.
Yeah, she was like,
Jason, tell them what they can win.
We could probably do like 9 bags, 3 of each flavor.
Oh, that's
oh,
pretty
it's very
sick.
nice.
3 of each flavor, and then I could probably do a couple CO2s.
Beauty. Beauty.
And
That's
then I
awesome.
could throw in some stickers too.
Awesome. No,
Very
that's awesome. And I think the play there would be when you do get it, just take a picture of you with it, post it on Instagram, and tag up protein popcorn on there, and that way you guys will have a nice collaboration on that. So in order to play this giveaway, all you got to do is Johnny's like, I just bought some 9 bags and stickers. Sorry,
And
Johnny.
CO2.
And a CO2.
nice.
And you might get more. So,
You might. I
so
might throw in a free shirt later too. If I'm feeling good, I'll probably throw in a free shirt too.
there you go. So, see, Johnny, not only did you buy some tonight, you could get a lot more free stuff. So, with that being said, in order to play this, I'll give you guys a few more seconds. If you haven't had a chance yet to chat on there, that's how you play. Just go ahead and make a chat, make a comment so we see you. And then we'll put you on the wheel of, I can't say wheel of fortune, huh? The wheel.
Wheel of names.
The wheel of names. Put you on the wheel of names. And you guys will be entered on there. And I think we got it. There's a few people that came in. I saw we got MTB Tank in the house. What's up? He says Laguna is the best. And Luis, what's up, Luis?
Desert Rat
MTB
showed up.
Desert Rat. Yeah,
That was
good
nice to see those guys on Tuesday night. They
That's
were live.
true.
Yeah,
They
that
went
was
live.
great. Rad
Podcast
Louis.
too. There. Yeah, that was fun to watch them. Jason, you got a couple podcasters on. You got MTB Desert Rat, and you have Mountain Bike Q&A in that house.
Nice.
So let's well, Joey, with that being said, I think that is everybody. Has everybody made their chat? If so, we will go ahead and pull up the wheel. This is for 9 bags of Up Protein popcorn as well as CO2 cartridges. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. See who the winner is going to be tonight. And the winner is, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. It is Johnny USB Q&A.
You won!
Congratulations, buddy. You won. We will get your information and send it over to Jason so they could ship this out to you. Congrats on that winning. And it's a good win because he actually bought some stuff tonight too. So he's going to get
You
extra.
could just all the shipping in once.
Yeah, you could just throw all the shipping into his order. He says, stop it, spin it again. No, you can't give away your winnings. That was amazing. That was amazing. So, Jason, we'll get you Johnny's information out in Miami. And thank you so much for that giveaway. For the folks out there on iTunes and Spotify, Jason, tell them where they can follow UpEnergy and where they can buy the product.
Yeah, so you can buy the product at upproteinpop.com. There's also, Amazon Prime. You could just search UpEnergy. And in terms of following, our Instagram is, what is it again? It's Up Protein Popcorn on Instagram. So that's where we're most active, I would say, Up Protein Popcorn. There is a TikTok as well, which is what is the TikTok? I had to get my phone, but the TikTok is, I believe it's Up Protein Pop. So TikTok, we post on there too, but we're mostly geared for Instagram.
That's
to tell you the truth. So most of our activity is, based off of Instagram. So
that is awesome. And for people that are out there that have tried the product or bought the product or heard the show and bought the product, what's the best way they can help you get the word out there? Is it taking a picture with them with the product and tagging you on Instagram, specifically that media platform, or what's the best way for them to help out?
Yeah, I would say so. Include us in your social media posts, in any way. If you ride, and you can always tag us. You can, if you have the product, even better. If you have the product in hand in a photo or a video, that's probably the best. But yeah, you're welcome to connect with us on social media, like and follow us on there, and then we'll do the same back. And if you have some really clean footage that you want to share with us too, then we could probably put it in our story or repost it as well.
Nice. Oh, very cool. Very collaborative, community driven. That's awesome. I love it. Mountain Bike Q&A is saying for that gift, he says, this weekend is my 17th wedding anniversary. So I'll tell Lauren she's getting popcorn. Kaz, your neighbor, says, congratulations, Johnny. And I believe Kaz said up here, he wants to hit you up for a ride since he is also out there in your area. Let's see. He is right here. He says he lives in Kaz. Where? Oh, here we are. Here he is. Kaz says, since we're neighbors, hit me up for some night riding at Bonelli.
Yeah, Bonelli.
Okay, there you go. I'll connect you guys. I'll start a DM with both of you guys on Insta so you guys can connect. That is cool. Sorry, Trail Pimp, you didn't get it this time, but you can go to the website and purchase some Up Protein popcorn. It is delicious. And then definitely, if you do so, tell me your favorite flavor. I definitely love the caramel latte. Joey liked the cookies and cream. Jason's also likes them all, but the cookies and cream is his kind of go-to more so than not. Tell us what your favorite flavor is. Don't forget to tag them in Instagram. And we will see.
I think that's going to be Johnny's house right there.
Johnny, there's your house right there on Reddit. For some reason, I'm making popcorn watching this again. I think we used too much. Oh, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody on iTunes and Spotify who are out there. Hope you guys have amazing rides on the trails that you're going to. We'll see you guys all back here in the studio on the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Good night.